I'm going to talk about matplotlib and its usage in Python. It is a very popular Python package to create visualizations and in varied styles and design. There are particularly two ways, object-oriented and PyPlot interface method of using matplotlib. We'll discuss the PyPlot way today. PyPlot comprises a group of functions that convert matplotlib into MATLAB. The key point to consider is that the visual condition is maintained throughout the function calls in matplotlib.pyplot, and therefore it keeps track of plotting space and the visualization. Creating visuals using PyPlot in matplotlib is quick. Let's import PyPlot. Since a list or an array is provided to plt.plot, it assumes to be y values and makes x values on its own. Let's give a label to the y-axis as sales. Let's view the visual. Since range in Python initiates from 0, the x-axis also begins with 0 and is same as the y-axis in quantity. And as you can see, the y values which we have given to the plot method starts from 0.5, 2.5, 4.5 and 6.5. Plot is a flexible function and takes in any number of arguments dependent on discretion. Let's create this visual in Python. We've created this visualization in Python. Let's view it. As you can see, the y-axis ranges from 3, 9, 27, ends at 81, and x-axis begins from 1.5. This is the same visual which we have plotted the x and the y values here. There is another argument for plot function, that is a format string, and it is used to choose color and line of the plot. The format string by default gives a solid blue line in the visuals. If you want to create the same visual before using blue circles, let's modify the code in Python to see that. Let's check the visualization. So you see the same visualization using blue circles now. Subplot function lets the user plot many figures in one view. It takes in 3 arguments: number of rows, number of columns, and index of figure. For example, in this code of line, the plot will be created in a view having 1 row, 4 columns, and the plot which we are referring to will be situated at the first column. Similarly, in this line, the plot will be situated in the second column. The title function lets you add a title to a figure. The soup title function lets you add a title to the whole figure. Let's do an example in Python. We are importing pyplot and numpy here. We are creating values for x and the y variable and plot x against y afterwards. We'll use the subplot function to create this figure. It will allow us to add any more figures to this view again. plt.plot xy, we are simply plotting x against y. We're giving a title, income for last week. In this code of line, we are simply giving a title to the plot. Let's give a heading to this complete figure, that is, use the soup title function. Let's view this visualization which we have just created. Here is the visualization which we have just plotted. This is a soup title, this title for the figure. Figure function lets the user create a figure or stimulate a current figure. There are a number of parameters for the figure function that can be used. One of the key parameters is fig size, which takes in two arguments, width and height, both measured in inches, and can be a float number. You can go to this link and have a look at the arguments which are used for this function in more detail. Names will be the x variable and values will be plotted along the y-axis. Here we are giving a size. So 20 is the width and 10 is the height in inches. We are dividing our view into one row, 3 columns, and this plot will be situated in the first row and the first column. Let's create a bar chart using names and values. Let's create a scatter plot. So this scatter plot will be located in the second column of the view. Scatter function helps us to create a scatter plot. Now we are about to create a plot. It's a two-dimensional hexagonal binning plot. Let's give a title to the complete figure of these 3 plots. Let's view the visualizations which we have created. So that's the bar chart, scatter plot, and the two-dimensional hexagonal plot which we have just created. This we have just created visualization using categorical variables, managing characteristics of line plot. In a plot, lines can have various characteristics. For example, width, style. Let's do an example in Python to understand more. Let's create 4 variables, x1, y1, x2, and y2, and use setp function to change the characteristics of several lines using keyword arguments. And let's plot all these variables which we have created now. Here we can use setp function to modify the features of lines. The first argument here is the plot which we have created. This keyword is the color of the line which we are using in the plot. So this is the color blue. Now we'll give a width to the lines which we are using in the plot. Let's view the visualization. We can create visuals with linear, logarithmic scale, or symmetric log or logit scale. The function which helps us to do that is x scale. It can edit the scale of x-axis. These are the arguments you can use for each of the scales which we have just mentioned now. If the statistics cover several orders of magnitude, then we are likely to use logarithmic or logit scale in the plot.
We're going to install pip or matplotlib.
We have installed pip in Python. Let's install matplotlib. Matplotlib is already installed in Python.
Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos on data analytics.